Hello there guys, this is Caleb and this will just take a second. Okay, so we got an interesting deck today from the 5-0 list. It's called, well, I called it Dragon Bazaar. It's running 14 lands, which makes sense in some cases, but in other cases it's really sketchy, I think. Because you have 6 islands, 4 volatile fjords, which gives you 10 islands for the Sulphur Falls, which means the Sulphur Falls are most likely going to enter tapped. And then your other 4 lands, which gives you up to 18, are these Imara Wizards. They get flying, they're 4/3s for 5 mana, so they're not terrible. And if I'm not wrong, yeah, Magus of the Bazaar also triggers them too. I'm just a little concerned about the low land count. That's all I'm concerned about. What's the point of this deck? You're gonna mill yourself. Don't you need cards in your deck to draw to win? Yes, that is true. However, we have powerful things like Scab Reanimator that can be cast from the graveyard. And it takes creature cards in my graveyard to cast it. But it's a 5/6 flyer, so it's not too bad. Okay. We have Circular Logic as a counterspell, which makes them have to pay more for everything in our graveyard. So that's good. It only costs a blue if we discard it to, say, Magus of the Bazaar at instant speed, or Izzet Charm at instant speed. And then we have War of Infiltrator, which helps fill up our graveyard, draw, and discard a card whenever it hits the opponent. Skulk, so it can't be blocked very easily. If you discard a creature card, pay 2. And when you do, you get a 3/2 Eldrazi. So he's a personal army, kind of. You discard your Scab Reanimators to get back, well, to get stuff, or your Advanced Skitchwings, or your Imara Wizards if you don't need the lands, which you almost always need the lands, I think. Or even discard something that won't give you the Eldrazi, like a Deep Analysis, so you can only pay 2 for it, and then pay 3 life, and then draw 2 cards. There's a lot of choices here in this deck. Merfolk Secret Keeper, mill yourself for 4, hopefully get some good things in the graveyard. Now, why are we running this 4 of a black card whenever we have no black lands in the deck? That's because they come back whenever you play dragons. And what's a low-cost dragon in red-blue? It's Red Dragon. This gets bigger when you cast non-creature spells like Frantic Surge, which is almost a free spell, really, because it untaps your lands. This would make more sense if we had the Izzet Boilerworks, but it still works great in this deck. And that's it for the main board, so let's go to the sideboard. You can tell that the person who made this deck really does not like the, what's it called? Hermit Druid deck. Because look at what they got. 4 Ravenous Traps. That will get rid of anybody's graveyard. And the hope is that you can draw them or cycle into them. Just whatever you do, just get them in your hand so you can hold on to them and get rid of their stuff. We have Cleansing Wildfire, which is probably good against Eldrazi Tron, quote-unquote Tron, that uses Cloud Posts and such. Because sure, they can get a basic land, but it's not going to produce nearly as much mana as that Cloud Post was going to. Then you got Shenanigans. Destroy an artifact, dredge 1. So it's repeatable repeatable artifact destruction, and it fills your graveyard. Volcanic Spray. 1 damage each creature without flying, each player, and then it can flash back. So you can deal with 1/1s or 2/2s if you have enough mana for it. And if you mill it out in early stages, you can always flash it back later in the game to deal stuff. And then we have Fiery Temper, which is a very nice piece of removal in this deck, because it's basically a lightning bolt, because it's 3 damage to any target, and they can't copy it. However, you have to discard it for Madness for this to do, but we have plenty of ways to discard in the main deck, so that shouldn't be bad. So yeah, that's going to be it for this deck. It looks nice, it plays pretty good, it does have land issues, kind of. It has a lot of drawing, so that offsets that okay-ish, but I don't know what I'd do to change this deck. Maybe cut the Volatile Fjords, throw in 2 mountains, 2 islands, just to make sure the Sulphur Falls go off when they're supposed to. Cut maybe 1 Imara Wizard, replace it with an island, just because of those Sulphur Falls again. You want them untapped. But other than that, I think this is a really good deck. 5-0'd. I'm going to link it in the description. So I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.